Hey guys, it's Celeste with Lazy JX Ranch. And Charlie's here too. She's just playing with her horses and stuff. Anyways, I wanted to real quick go through the planners that I used for 2019 now that it's officially 2020, and I'm sorry I didn't get any videos posted the last little while. Christmas got a little crazy, and then we had sick kids. Huh, was you sick? Poor Charlie was so sick. Huh, but her's feeling better now, aren't you? Yep. So you got a spin for Christmas. It's called Playdate Spin, huh? Off of Frozen. Okay, so we're gonna quickly go through the 2019 planners that I had. This one is the budget planner. It's a dated one. I do have an undated one, and I used some of the undated ones so I could start it early. Those are some of the stickers that it came with. So this one is part of the undated one. It has your monthly view here and then a weekly view. I was just kind of messing around with it here. So only this bottom section of the weekly is used for finances. Right here I was just recording finances. So what I do for my budget planner is this bottom section. Every penny that comes in or goes out I put here. And then it makes it easier to list it out on the expense trackers. So I was kind of using this as a work planner because I was struggling with my vertical lined layout when I first got this. And it's like, yeah, it was fine. There was actually using it. But here is where I kind of played with the routine tracker up top. So this is my daily routines. These are my cleaning chores tracker. So I could track what I did and then had the bottom as part of my financial. So if you can see, and then I wrote down bills on the side that were due. Here we're in August. Now this was a July 2019 to December 2020 planner. So I have a line it up stencil that's from the Happy Planner, and that's what I use to make these. It actually is designed for the classic size vertical boxes, so that's kind of nice. So here I was just writing down the chores that I did, but you'll see that that kind of evolved as it goes along. So I'm still using this section just for financials. This I'm still using as my daily routine tracker. And I really like having this tracker here. So we're just quickly going through this one because, one, I don't want this video to be long. So here I started like actually listing down the daily chores that I needed to do every day, and then checking them off as I'm getting them done. So, oh, these are some printables and extra pages. So that's kind of how... So here I started writing down the bills and then a spot for income on the side. And that's really nice. It does take a little bit of time. But what I do is at the beginning of the month, I just fill in all these circles, write in all the routines, and then write in all this at the beginning of the month. So I have it for the whole month. But that's pretty much all from what I've used this planner for, and then I just have some notes. And then here is the rest of March. Well, I have January in my Franken planner. I have March set up in another, or February set up in another planner. So now I have all the way to December of 2020 in here left to do. So that's my budget planner, and I'm still using that, and I still plan on using that. I love the new budget planner that the Happy Planner just came out with, but I think I'm going to stick with what I have for now. I'll probably buy it just because it's cute, but I won't use it. I don't like the layout on it. So this planner is the Wild and Free. It's an 18-month planner, so it started July 2019, ends December of 2020. I didn't get this until October because I was waiting to see what the new releases were going to look like, and I was not impressed with any of the new releases. And so I found this one on a buy sell trade site for the Happy Planner. And let's see, when did so this is when I got it. I got it on the 22nd, started it on the 23rd. This, I'm kind of using it as a block schedule, is how I'm using this. So I haven't had this for very long, but this just makes me happy. I love the neutrality of it. I love the simple florals. I love the like the BoHo Dreams kind of aspects of it, the stars and the moons and stuff like that in it. This week was Thanksgiving, so I was kind of lacking in actually using it, but you know, and Christmas. Yeah, so we're allowed to do that sometimes.
Hi guys.
Hi guys, there's Charlie. So I have January in my planner and February set up ready for February. So now we have March through December. So that's my I'm going to take this off because I use this cover in my planner. So this planner has kind of evolved. I bought it with the aspects of using it as a diary. So I bought this planner with the intention of using it as kind of a diary, because that's what I was using my BoHo Dreams vertical layout for.
Hey guys!
But
hey guys!
It snowed, huh? It snowed lots and lots. But I decided this year that I wanted to use the vertical layout as kind of a block schedule. Your morning and evening, and then to-do lists and stuff. I decided I wanted to do that for this year, and so I bought the Pastel Dreams planner to use as a diary. It's a horizontal layout. So this is the horizontal layout. And so far, I've only actually used it for a couple days, the horizontal layout as a diary. Hey, don't make a mess. And I really like it so far. So this I'm using as a block schedule. And so far it's worked out really good for that. And it's evolving. I'm learning how to use it as a block schedule. So this is my catch-all planner. This is the RongRong Dashboard. It's an 18-month planner, so it started July of 2019 and ends December 2020. So I didn't get this one in time to start it when it first started. It took me a while to figure out which one that I wanted and to decide that I actually wanted a dashboard layout. So you'll see the evolving of that. So August was pretty much my first week. And, you know, I heard somebody say that they throw away their planners when they're done with them. And I don't, because, you know, this is kind of like a scrapbook of my life for the last year. Now, some of them I'll probably throw away, but, you know, I punch in wedding invitations, birthday invitations, stuff like that, dance recitals, you know, band recitals, that kind of stuff. It all gets punched in here. and acts as, you know, as this is for my daughter's wedding. And it really acts as a scrapbook of my life. So I don't have any plans of throwing this away. But this is a flip through of how I've been using this. So now we're in September. Okay, in October, so I even added some of my kids' artwork in here. So when I'm done with this planner, here was a choir concert that my daughter was involved in. You know, so when I'm done with this will get put in probably my cedar chest, something we can look back on and, you know, kind of reflect on what we were doing during that time. Let's see, here's a rodeo schedule, you know, just stuff like that. I mean, so here I started using highlighters. Which helps. This was a band concert. No, another choir concert. And here's a Christmas party we went to. Here's the band concert that my other daughter was involved in. You found Christmas soap, did you? So now we're to January, which is in my current planner. In February, I have set aside ready for February. So that's my catch-all planner. I'm still using it as my catch-all planner. Still plan on using it as my catch-all planner. So this was my catch-all planner at the beginning of 2019. This is the BoHo Dreams. I loved this planner. You need help getting back on your jammies?
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, what?
You did really good so far. Your arm is, there you go. So this was my catch-all planner for 2019. I didn't get it until here. Was trying to figure out how to use it. Here is me starting to use it. So this is me using it. It's a monthly view. I keep track of pretty much everything in here. Yeah, there's some memory stuff. I really loved this planner, and I was sad that the closest thing to it is the Stargazer. For 2020, I was just like, what? No. I love the neutrality of this planner. It was very neutral and went with everything. I almost got the Teresa Collins one. Yeah, I almost got the Teresa Collins one, but I hated that every page had that peach on it. And it's like, I know by the end of the year, I would be so tired of peach. So in May, I started turning my vertical layout into a dashboard layout. That's when the dashboard layout started to become a little bit more popular. And I found a video, I wish I could remember her name, Tarnisha or Tarisha B or something like that. And she was the one that I found that had turned her vertical layout into a dashboard layout. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it. And I did, and I loved it so much. I kept it going. So I kept it going. And then I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to buy the dashboard layout for July. But it did take me a while to figure out which one I was going to buy. I was kind of nervous about the dolls and the icons in the RongRong Dashboard layout. And that's kind of why I hesitated for so long. But I'm glad I went with what I went with. So here was our city days, the flyer that came with that, and that's kind of a fun thing to keep. As you can see, I kept up with the dashboard layout in my vertical pretty much right up until I got my dashboard layout, and then I started using this as a diary. So this is me using it as a diary. Some weeks were better than others. But yeah, this is me using it as a diary still, and I kept it up right up until last week, basically. And I started using my horizontal layout as a diary, and here I'm just writing down pretty much everything. And I was using my monthly layout as my wins for the day. So like the things that went right, because it's easy to talk about all the things that went wrong, but I'm trying to train my brain to look for the good things that are happening in my life. And so that's what I'm using that for. So this is just me boring using it as a diary. So to this day, on the 30th of December, I started my horizontal layout. So I'm done with this planner. It will be retired. It's going in my cedar chest. And that's just the way it is. So the other one that's retired now is, this is the Faith Warrior from 2019. It's a blue cover with a blue heart. And rose gold foil, and it says "My Story for His Glory." I really loved this planner. I didn't get this planner until February. Somebody bought it, tried to use it. So they have January. I never got January. But this is kind of the layout of this planner. So here's where I started it. It was February 24th. Yeah, February's your birthday, huh? So I started out, I broke down the Bible, the New Testament, to a chapter a day. So I ended up actually finishing the New Testament ahead of time. But I stayed pretty consistent with this part all year long. I found myself not using this to its full potential because I had found other avenues to use that with. So at first, when they first came out with the 18-month faith planners and they didn't have these pages in it, I was really upset. But as the year progressed and I added more to my planner lineup, I found I wasn't even using them. And so I'm not upset that I don't have them. So this is not a decorative planner, and my Psalms planner is not a decorative planner. It's simply for Bible journaling, and nothing more. Just faith journaling. That's it. So I was reading the scriptures. I was picking 2 to 4 things that really stuck out to me in that scripture that I read, that chapter. And then I broke it down to what I thought it was meaning and then how I could apply it to my life. So, yeah. You know, some days I didn't, dive into it as much. Some of the scriptures were kind of hard to do that with anyway, but I stayed consistent with this planner and didn't miss any days. well, okay, as it gets further, I think there was a couple days that I missed, but I didn't miss any of the scriptures. So this is how I use this soap method. I'm not sure how I feel about the brand new Faith Planner, the undated one with the lined vertical. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. I love the covers and the dividers so very much. It's such a pretty planner. I just don't know how I feel about the layout because I benefited so much from this soap method that I just don't know. On this prayer list, sometimes I'll write people that I'm praying for, situations I'm praying for, but for the most part, I was writing down scriptures that correlated with the ones I was studying, or different thoughts that correlated with the ones I was studying. But yeah, you'll see I'm not really using these pages because at this point I had found other avenues to pretty much journal the same things. So I basically, I study my scriptures first thing in the morning, and then I don't really come back to this planner unless I'm really feeling down and I needed, you know, something to uplift me a little bit. I do carry this in my transformer planner. My here I actually used my currently. But see here, I finished Revelation 22 back in October. So at that point, I was studying general conference talks. So that's what I did there. So here I'm studying the general conference talks. Oh, no. So I'm still studying general conference talks. So I follow a plan, spiritual plan called Come Follow Me. It's from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I had kind of gotten off of it a little bit, see, and so I had gotten ahead of it, I should say, and so that's why I ran out of scriptures before time, because basically it had it set up that there was a set amount of scriptures you were supposed to study every week, and I didn't want to go that slow, so I went too fast. And so here, after I was done studying the general conference talks, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go back and get back on track with the Come Follow Me plan. So that's what I did for the rest of the year. And it really helped me because it made it easier for me to keep my family on the Come Follow Me plan. And we have stayed on track with each other. Yeah, so that's what we're doing here. But see here, I kind of, well, this I had already moved into my Psalms planner, so that's why that is the way it is. No, because this is, yeah. I think that's in the wrong place. I think this is supposed to be, yep, that's supposed to be at the very back. When I was putting it away, I didn't put it in the right place. So here I stayed with the Come Follow Me plan. Like I said, I'm glad that I did because it made it easier for me to get my family on track and stay on track. And I've stayed consistent with it with my family since then. So, and then I just have notes in the very back. So that is my faith planner that's retired. I'm now using the Psalms planner, which is, I'll have to get out the cover because I use the covers to separate them. So this is the cover of the faith planner I'm using this year. Okay, and the last planner that we're gonna flip through is, this is actually a 2020 planner. It's the Encourager. It's the Healthy Hero layout, so it was designed as a fitness layout, but they converted it into an everyday planner. And when they were releasing stuff in September, and they, you know, Stephanie and them did flip throughs of the Planner Babe, or the Planner Girls, not the Planner Babe, the Planner Girls. When she was doing the flip through of this planner, my brain was just firing off like, oh my gosh, this could really help me in my business. So this is my work planner. I'm a promoter for Lavelle. It's a company that makes the Thrive 8-week experience. It's nutritional supplements, natural remedies, that kind of stuff. So this is the Empowered Women. I did buy 2 of them. I bought one of each cover, and I gave the other cover to my mom but kept the disc and like the extra months. So this is a little checklist that I made, and I just have copies of it. Just kind of a checklist whenever a new promoter comes in. So I started this in October. Here I was playing with my highlighters that I bought. So I will tell you, with this planner, I didn't really care for most of the dividers that came with this planner. I was trying to use this vertical lined layout as my work planner for 2019. It's the Empowered Women. I'll show you the cover because I use it to divide my work cover, because I loved the cover in this planner, and I loved the dividers, but the layout just was not working for me. So this was a 12-month 2020 planner. Most of it, like the layout part of it, did get thrown away, and I have no shame or guilt about that, because you know what, I honestly tried with this planner, could not get it to work for me. But I loved the dividers in this planner, so I'm using the dividers for this planner instead of the Encourager, which I did not like the dividers in it. So instead of redating my monthly, because the Encourager is a 2020 planner, instead of redating the monthly, I just used the monthlies out of the Empowered Women planner. And then I would just use double-sided tape to tape the beginning of my Encourager layout. So this is my Encourager layout, used as my work planner. So up here, I keep track of the people I reached out to, the people I needed to reach out to. Here, I'm using this as just a spot to kind of write myself an encouraging note. This is my daily to-do list, and then down here I have a section to just kind of write notes. I've kept some habit trackers just so I can look at a glance at what I've done that week. So here, yeah, this is the November divider out of the Empowered Women. And then once again, just use double-sided tape to write it down. This planner has been extremely functional for me, and yet beautiful. I love how I've been able to make it beautiful but functional. So December, here is the Encourager divider. And then, I don't know what those, oh, yeah. And then here is the Empowered Women. So this is the one I actually used for December. In the monthly view, double-sided tape to start my December layout. So this is December. If I wrote in here, that means I actually used it that day. I do allow myself some days off. As you can see, Christmas week kind of went to crap, but hey, that's okay. And here I started in the actual month. So I have January in my Transformer Franken planned planner now, and then I have February set aside. But how I have it set up, because I don't want to use the encourager dividers because I don't like them, but I love the empowered women dividers. I'm just adding double-sided tape right here, and then I don't have to redate my monthlies, if that makes sense. So I did the same thing for April. See, I just don't like that. Like, oh, the March divider isn't bad, and I don't mind actually using the March divider, but the empowered women dividers are so much prettier than the encourager. So that's my encourager. So that was the planners I used for 2019. I just love the Happy Planner system because it's so versatile. I can do pretty much anything with it and make it my own. So I did use a couple of mini Happy Planners, but I'm not really using them right now, and so I'm not going to showcase them. I did use them, but maybe that might be another video. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you've been here for a while and haven't subscribed yet, we'd love to have you join the family officially.
Yeah, Ben here right
Yeah.
now.
So yeah, we will see you on the next video, guys. Bye. You gonna say bye? You gonna tell them bye? Hurry. Hurry, you gotta get up here. Tell them bye.
Bye.
Okay, turn it off.